Citizens of the world, we are in deep duty. Aliens.
You are mankind's most advanced warrior.
They also informed me that the Bungie fans I would be addressing are the hardest of the hardcore.
And we will open a giant can of whoop-ass.
Halo Combat Evolved.
Always one of the most eagerly awaited video games finally goes on sale.
Preparing to rewrite retail history.
Video game is expected to have bigger first-day
Halo series.
the box office.
Biggest retail launch in entertainment history.
Dozens of grown men anxiously awaiting the midnight release of a game called Halo 2.
45 minutes and counting for Halo 2 to go on sale.
The line right now is probably about 100 lined up to get their hands on this little package. Halo. If it's a big day for gamers, it's a million times bigger for Microsoft.
I am your shield. I am your safeguard.
What's up, guys? Now, a lot of people have their own story to tell for how they got into Halo, where it all started for them. Now, an anonymous person by the name of Crowbcats, saying that the right way, shares their experience with Halo, and it's blown up quite a lot. They get millions of views, very entertaining videos, go check it out. But I thought this video was important enough to share my thoughts on it, because it basically illustrates what we're all thinking. What has happened to Halo? Why are there so many soy boys on this platform supporting this studio that's killing this franchise? Now, I got into Halo at a time where I couldn't afford an Xbox. I was too young, I had to play co-op at a friend's house. But I was blown away by the sheer scale of the game. No other game had what Halo had. Massive open environments, vehicles, cooperative vehicles, an interesting story. The music was f***ing fantastic and the graphics were pretty good for its time. Nothing on the PS2 had the power to even compete with Halo. So I had to get my own Xbox and just engross myself in this game. Just experience Halo for myself. And that's where I and a lot of people grew with the franchise. And the next few games only got even better in every way. And I'm looking at Crow's video and I'm like, this keeps the memory of Halo alive. And it's like society is a species with an amnesia. Your emotions, ideologies, perceptions of the world never carry over into the next generation. So they have to re-experience everything all over again. And unfortunately, people today will never experience the Halo that we grew up with. And you see this with kids today that invest their time in modern garbage. Kids are building emotional connections to mediocrity. They're building nostalgia with awful, poorly written stories. They think it's acceptable to pay full price for a subdivided, lifeless work in progress. Almost like they've lost the ability to even think for themselves. Halo Infinite is provably a bad game. From conception to delivery. Provably. In fact, it's been this way for the best of 10 years. There is a universal understanding for how 343 have completely wrecked this franchise. And it's videos like this that prove that. That's why this video is so important. And it's a work of art that not many people would understand, especially the 343 shills. I mean, just look at the comments in the video. You can easily distinguish between who grew with the franchise and who didn't. There's recognition that 343 is accountable for this mess. That's what all the people who grew with this franchise will agree on. That 343 wrecked this franchise so hard, man. It's such a shame. The amount of lost potential here. And there's out there that foreplay with 343's garbage. Oh, Halo Infinite is the greatest game. Get the f out of here with that bullshit. And they make these cringy, forcefully positive videos that praise 343 for what they're doing, even throwing down money in the game's microtransactions, lore channels, news and update channels, information on the store channels. This isn't content, fool. This is propaganda to support 343. Make it seem like Halo's back. Yeah, it came back and took 20 steps back. Who the are these clowns that support a studio responsible for so much visible damage? A studio that blindly navigate Halo into further damage. That's what female leadership does to a franchise. Oh, this is just a hate 343 video. Well, bitch, that's a fact. 343 up Halo. Problem this video outlines is the fact that 343 are an amalgamation of successful careerists and yes men that don't really care about this franchise. They saw an opportunity with Halo, persuaded Microsoft to hand them the keys to the franchise, and now here we are. Complete failure. And the thing is, 343 have done so much damage to this franchise. It's more than anyone could illustrate in one video. People have built channels dedicated to showing you what 343 get wrong with Halo. That's how bad this situation is. He doesn't even cover everything 343 get wrong with Halo in this one video. Otherwise it would be like an hour long or some shit. It goes way beyond this. In fact, Crow made an excellent video 6 years ago comparing 343 dev to Bungie dev, and it showcases 343's complete lack of understanding and utter fumbling of the most basic elements that make a good Halo product. They get the most basic shit wrong continuously. And what makes this whole situation worse is, again, the soy boys who vouch for, even encourage 343 still to this day. I mean, you have to be embarrassed with yourselves. 343 didn't earn Halo. They don't understand Halo. They've destroyed Halo. But it doesn't have to go on like this. I believe when Bungie left Halo, they did so trusting that the fans would someday reinvent a bigger and better Halo. Unfortunately, it's now overrun with subordinate weak men under female leadership, which have only combined to produce an emasculate Halo product that just doesn't resonate with the fans. And it's been like this for the best of a dozen years. 343 had their chances, and we've seen them continuously fumble deliberately for so long now. Longtime fans of the originals are ostracized just for pointing out useful criticisms and banned on social platforms just for explaining a viewpoint that goes against the political ideologies of 343's vision for Halo, and we've had enough. So if you're watching this and you can relate to anything I'm saying, then you need to do something about it. It's time for the fans to step up.